Samahani, naomba samahani, usikuwe mteja tafadhali, 'cause baby I go crazy. I know lately I've been doing you wrong lately. Nipa chance sema nami, didn't mean to break your heart. Why didn't I treat you better? Promise to love you forever. After this, can we still be together? I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we just go back to the love? I'll take you there. Forget the past and all that I've done. I love you only. I don't want nobody else but my side. Nimelipia madhambi, I paid the price. Baby niamini, mimi nakuahidi. Why didn't I treat you better? Promise to love you forever. After this, can we still be together? I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry.
Why do smart people do stupid things? Or is it more stupid that you came clean? But I know you too well, you're a bad liar. You wouldn't last long if you were keeping things. Je unge kimya kimya ujifanye bubu. Would I have ever found out? Or is it you? But secrets and relationships ni kama sumu. They go straight to the heart and then we're done for sure. But are we done for sure?
Why didn't I treat you better?
To be honest, we've had issues for a while now.
I promise to love you forever.
Don't think I have the strength to keep trying now.
After this, can we still be together? Yeah.
I don't know.
I wish that I could take it back. I wish that I could take it back. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry. Nipe nafasi mpenzi, nipe nafasi mpenzi, usiniache baby. Oh, I'm sorry.
It's that time of the week where the hottest Kenyan millennials jazz up your afternoon with their refreshing live talk show. You are now tuned in to the 254 Millennial Talk.
It's not even my birthday.
But then, yeah, it takes devices. From
All right.
Malaysia.
Tuko. We are live. Yo, it's Bloody Actor, guys, and welcome back to yet another episode of the 254 Millennial Talk. And sorry for last Saturday, man. I wasn't feeling so well, and I arrived late, so it was a no-no. I couldn't host the show last time, but I'm here now. I'm fine. Still recovering, not that good, but yeah. So in future, maybe Slatty will be the co-host. He's going to be hosting when I'm not able to, because because of this. If you haven't been watching my my Kenyan gaming setup series, you should watch it. So that sometimes does interfere with. I can see it interfering with the show since some people only available during weekends. But yeah, as you can hear, he's already here, and other usual co-hosts are here as well. Let me just switch it up a little bit. So yeah, for the people watching, remember the show goes live every Saturday, 5 to. I mean, for the people listening, not for the people watching. For people listening, remember this show goes live every Saturday, 5 to 6 p.m. East African time. If you want to be a part of the show, you just join the Discord community. Follow me on Instagram, but mostly just join the Discord, and you should be notified whenever we go live. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. I'll follow our Twitch. We stream there as well. And yeah, yes, as we heard, Slat is already here. Mr. Slapman, say hi.
Hello, we're back.
All right. Kiss is also back again. Kiss.
Yeah. Hi. My name is Case.
All right. We also have Eshi, who is also back again.
Yes, hello.
And Mr. Unsalted.
Yaje.
All right, so yeah, man, is Raytracing overrated? In case you've been out of the loop, or in case you're not like you follow like gaming a lot, Nvidia released some. It's not new technology; it's been there. It's just that it's new for video games. Basically, the pitch around their new RTX line of cards was they touted them as being able to ray trace in real time, which is not wrong because they do that in real time. But of course, it's not it's not in terms of performance. It's not comparable to like rasterization. So the question is, since they used this ray tracing as a feature to sell their graphics cards, graphics cards, were they overhyping it? Is the technology still at its infancy? And should you buy an RTX, in 2022? So yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? First of all,
Overrated,
I think
don't buy it. Is it overrated? Is the word overrated or overhyped? What does overhyped mean?
I think it might mean the same thing.
I don't think it does.
Overhyped means like as in people who are hyping it too much, like as in trying to spread
Cyberpunk.
positivity in the stock.
To Cyberpunk. That's your definition.
I
mean-
guess something has, like as in it's not as useful as far as I can. That's the way I understand it.
Okay. So I just looked it up. Apparently, hype means extravagant or inextensive publicity or promotion.
Yes,
For example,
loud.
his first album hit. The first album hit the stores amid a storm of hype. Okay, and then overrated means rated or valued too highly.
Oh,
But
Yeah,
maybe it
that
has
would make
value,
sense.
but it's a bit overrated. So I think overhyped is the correct. Yeah, actually overhyped is the correct word for this.
Yes,
I think value. Is it a right or value? Because I think their claim here is it makes the gaming experience better. So isn't
in
that
certain
like value
games, I'd argue it does. Like as
in certain games?
a nice atmospheric game, like if you're playing a horror game, or I don't know, just something where like as in you can enjoy the scenery. Let's say Horizon Zero Dawn, if it had RTX, I feel like you could benefit from that. So something that's not too high action. But the moment you get into a first-person shooter, for example, like you're moving way too fast. There's no time to enjoy the scenery, to enjoy the reflections in the water or in a car, stuff like that.
E.g. Doom. I saw, in fact, you say that, and I remember when I was researching this topic, I saw a video of someone. Doom was on the list. It was just someone asking the same question, like, is RTX worth it in 2022? And yeah, the guy was saying like, yeah, it's good to see the Doomslayer carrying the gun in reflections, but you're rarely concentrating on like the reflections because the game is throwing so much at you. I don't think you even have time for that. So I think that's a good point. It depends with the game, by the way. Also, the way the game is designed, because I feel like some games are designed so well that they don't even need RTX to look good. A good example is like Red Dead Redemption. The game looks amazing, even without RTX. Like it gives you a certain, I don't know, atmosphere. It just gives you a certain chill vibe. But I do agree, some games will obviously benefit. I think a good game that would have benefited from RTX is Mirror's Edge, the running one. The one you run on walls. I don't know if it's called Mirror's Edge or something. I'm not sure. The
Yes.
game for running.
It's actually called Edge Mirrors. Edge Mirrors.
Aye, that sounds wrong, Mse. That sounds wrong. I can see you laughing because you're fucking making it a joke. You idiot. That sounds so
You're right,
wrong.
you're right. It's Mirror's Edge. It's Mirror's Edge.
I think like such a game. I even saw Cyberpunk was looking nice with RTX.
It does really look nice.
Yeah, that I can say it benefits from RTX.
It does.
Yeah.
Actually improves the experience.
With your cinematic 19 FPS.
Yeah, in fact, you ought to
Wait,
go
is that
there.
how much you get, really?
Yeah, even less, man.
Oh,
Oh, you have what? 3070. Damn.
on full settings, like everything maxed out.
Yeah. Without DLSS.
Oh, you get 17 FPS.
Yeah, more like 12 to 17.
Oh, what about when you turn on DLSS?
Nothing happens really.
Yeah,
Oh,
DLSS
really?
is one of those features that I also don't see like the benefit, to be honest.
Holy shit, are you kidding me?
In some games you turn it on,
Crap,
I see no difference.
Like crap.
Yeah.
A
So I don't
DLSS.
know, Nvidia.
I think
Because,
DLSS, maybe I can explain. DLSS is because as you heard Case saying, like the frame rates are dog shit. So DLSS is a denoiser. It tries to do the denoising in real time so that it can, it just tries to upscale the image while at the same time denoising the image to make it look more, appealing. And to like, I think the technology will fall flat on its face if it weren't for DLSS. Because, coming from 3D rendering, I think also Heshi knows this. The minute you try to turn on a render, you know how long it takes to just calculate one frame. So DLSS was a way for Nvidia to cheat and be like, we can do this in real time, no? But yeah, okay, so I think I can go back. I just wanted to explain that. Well, what were you saying? I think we were talking about DLSS in certain games. Depends.
Yes. In certain games, like I don't really see the improvement, or it's so marginal. Like as in, it's just it's pointless. It feels pointless.
I also think like this RTX depends with the game engine. I feel like because rasterization has been there for such a long time, I feel like it's Nvidia shoving money at devs and being like, please launch your game with RTX, and the devs have like nothing to do but try and squeeze it in and be like, oh yeah, the game has RTX. A good example is like Call of Duty, ray-traced shadows. Come on, man, shadows are not that impressive compared to
Yeah,
reflections.
Call of Duty would benefit more from DLSS than RTX. Like
So
if
you-
if you can give people a higher frame rate, that if you can give people 20 extra frames, frames per second rather, I think it's beneficial in a first-person shooter.
So would you guys argue
But
that
RTX is useless.
the DLSS is more impressive compared to the RTX capability? Because
Certain games, yes.
in playing in higher resolutions, that is if you want to like game constant 60 in like 1440p, because I
Or
hear
move
that.
from 60 to 80. Then that's a difference, a noticeable difference.
All right, I don't know. Unsalted has not talked. Unsalted, what do you think about DLSS? Because you are an FPS guy. What do you feel about RTX?
I have no DLSS, I have no RTX. I don't think you can speak about people.
But
You d-
from what about your observations on it? Like just seeing things online, what people are saying, the performance numbers.
feel like it's something that makes a difference. I don't know. Me again, I will say I think it depends with the game. It sincerely depends with the game and like the direction of the game. Because I was seeing I was rewatching an old video of Doom Eternal and like the technologies they used in Doom Eternal to, because Doom Eternal had massive maps. Holy crap! It wasn't even a joke. So the question was how did they fit that within the same generation, and the game was running smooth as F still. So from what I saw on that engine, I was just like, bruh, this is just I've never seen like some crazy things like this. So you will see. I think for such a studio, I don't see why they will be incentivized to add RTX, especially now that may
What is the
no
engine used? The name of the engine used in the Doom games?
id tech.
id
There's id
Is
visualizer
id the
and id
company
tech.
or okay.
It's the company, and then the game engine is also called id tech.
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, it's impressive. Kwanzaa, the way they duplicate assets and make them unique. Oh, bro, I was seeing that and I was like, God damn, this is why every model in that game looks like it was someone sat down and like actually made it. But in reality, they're just using clever ways of. There's something called geometry decals. They kept saying that a lot. But they were showing examples of like it when it's turned on and when it's turned off, and dude, it's a night and day difference, man. Like the amount of details that thing adds to games is crazy. But I think the bigger question is what really makes the game appealing. Would you say it's the story, the visuals, or the gameplay, or does it depend with the game genre?
I think for me it's a gameplay.
The gameplay has to be smooth.
The
All
gameplay
right.
has to be smooth. And what do you mean by the gameplay? What are we comparing? I don't think the three things you mentioned are equitable.
I think I don't know. I think depending on the game, let's say like if it's a first person shooter, I think the movement, of course, the movement has to be so good.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
Not for me. Not for me at least. Because I play some games which the movement is trash, man. So terrible.
E.g.
Moving around is actually feels sluggish. Insurgency Sandstorm and Squad. Moving around in that video game is actual torture.
I can agree with that.
Yeah, actually, funny enough,
Eh.
like I think it's in Squad. In Squad, changing your FOV actually changes your zoom in distance while ADS. So the lower the FOV you have, the more you can ADS and see people further. But of course, that comes at the price of throwing up, constant motion sickness, shutting yourself because the FOV is so low. If you increase it, then you have an advantage. You can see everything. The gameplay is nice, but when you aim down sight, you can't hit anything. I think it's one of the few games which I don't understand why they did that. You get what I'm saying? Like it's broken in a way. The movement isn't nice, then it's janky, but it's still a good time. I think the experience there is I enjoy it more.
But I saw the guy I was watching. I think I posted these videos on references. The guy was just saying like ray tracing is more like it's like going from high to ultra. It's just another option. That it's good to have, but it's not necessary.
Oh, okay, maybe I can I can agree with that, but for now, because I think even the types of games we are seeing are just games which are adding ray tracing to make them pop. They're not really doing anything more with it. Can you imagine like if a video game came out, it's actually going to cause so much controversy. But a video game which required you solving reflection puzzles, maybe to beat the game. Then in a game like that, then RTX of course is part of the gameplay. Not many games do that at the moment.
Or using light, let's say light bouncing from
Fuck
where
me.
it actually takes advantage of RTX.
Yeah, something like that.
Like
man.
that
That would be really
like
impressive.
that Castaos level, the one you have to like mirror the crystals, whatever, you have to melt the crystals using light.
Yeah, but now imagine like that's the core gameplay. You have to mess with light, shadows, so RTX becomes really important. But I feel RTX is what do you call it? it's a bit late to the party, because by the time it was showing up, devs and engine developers had gotten so good at mimicking it that by the time it's just coming into the market, then it's going to take some time for, of course, everyone to fully transition to it. And usually, whenever new tech comes along, even the people making the games, they are looking at the Steam charts. They want to know how many people actually have these cards. And the number right now is not up there, but the majority of people still don't have access to them. So
What is the most popular card on
late.
Steam? 1060.
Must be the 1060 at 6%, I think.
Wait, I can
It
look at
sounds low,
that.
but everyone else has like everything.
Yeah, that's another thing to discuss. The barrier to entry to RTX,
man.
like, yeah, it's pretty. Yeah, the RTX cards are pretty pricey.
Yeah.
And if you get a low tier card, you can't really enjoy RTX properly.
Yeah.
30,
Do you remember how bad the 2060 used to do RTX on?
Exactly.
It was
just,
laughable, man.
yeah, it qualified. You can say yes, it does it, but it does a shit job.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been there in the first place.
It's just for those people who want to say they have an RTX card, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Quite funny, actually.
Me, by the if you ask me by the, I think me I would want the RTX for the optics denoiser, because the renderer I use, there's a renderer that comes default with the Maya that says if you want to denoise using your graphics card, you have to use an RTX card that has that optics denoiser inbuilt.
Yeah, same with me. Like, it's called a Corona renderer. It can only denoise with the Nvidia denoiser.
Yeah. Still infant. Still, I think the technology is, but I mean, it has been, Raytracing by this very, the problem with Raytracing, it's very computationally expensive, and this has been the case for such a long time. I think path tracing was the one that was like the newer one, which required it to use less rays. I don't know, but from what I
But
have,
also,
but
sorry.
also,
No, I'm saying also, but just the kawaida rasterization, it's had decades basically to get to this point.
yeah.
It could be RTX is just in its infancy, unfortunately. You need to give it a
But I
bit, maybe a few more generations before it's actually viable.
But rasterization
But
is pretty good nowadays. I mean, the Blender, there's this renderer on Blender, or Live Cycles. There's another one that is used on the viewport. I was surprised to find out it's a rasterization engine. It's not even ray tracing, because I was wondering how the fuck is it this quick? Till I realized, oh, it's rasterization. Like, damn, that is why it is so quick. So I don't know. The technology, they should like find math guys. There should be like a challenge thrown out there for math guys to try and figure out a better way to compute light. But you see now, that's the problem with, I think, with light in general. There's so much going on with light that, to us it looks simple. Unasha torch, ama unaamka unapata jua, but there's so many things going on. Because even in ray tracing, yes, if you turn it on, you'll see a difference on your rendering. But there's also other things you need to turn on, like global illumination. I don't know, there's bloom. There's just some stuff here and there that makes the image overall look realistic, that you find that it's kind of bonkers for one computer to compute all of that. So I feel like the technology is still very computationally expensive. I think that is what is holding it back, Bado. Because yeah, I mean, you can only go so far before the cards start demanding you to have a 2000 watts power supply. I mean, don't you see that becoming a possibility, Sasa? So they tell us you cannot.
It is a norm. It is a norm. I
It's
don't think that means
They'll just
something
come with
consuming more power. Sorry.
they'll just come with a cord that plugs straight into the wall.
Hey, damn.
Straight to the
Yeah.
lanes.
Yep.
Jesus, but now
But,
imagine
these are the-
just for a
And they'll tell
game.
you, like, with our GPU, you don't even You don't even need a powerful power supply. It works even with a 250 watt.
God damn.
You just know you're going to need to plug it into the wall.
Fuck, man. Jesus.
It is the future, my friends.
Aye, but aye.
But let's look at the good things that Raytracing has brought us.
That's
AG.
actually brought good things.
Like remedies control.
I mean, that's like one of the few games that stand out in terms of ray tracing, and that's because the game is you're mostly bound in interior offices with the reflective surfaces everywhere, so it's kind of
But
easy to notice it.
The earliest
The
house is
that's
not
why I
just
say-
media
was
setting.
actually decent.
Yeah, that's why I say where applicable. Certain games benefit, like as in a lot from RTX and ray tracing. Others not so much. So Control falls in the category of the one that benefits.
And benefits. I think also Cyberpunk is the same case because of. But it depends with where you are in the city. If you're like in a very like downtown where it's raining environment, that's when you like be like, if this was RTX, this would look even 10 times better.
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding.
Game.
Wait, Death Stranding. How was the implementation by that? Let me see. Let me look at it online.
Death Stranding.
The DLSS in it was nice.
Have you played it? Yeah, I saw you play it the other day. Also,
So,
this game.
what they're saying that DLSS actually makes the game look better than native resolution, because the edges, for example, of foliage like grass, it looks way much sharper with DLSS on, and you don't have even to turn the quality setting on. Just at the
Okay.
performance, yeah.
Dude,
get you.
foliage is such an FPS eater, man.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck.
So it's usually past 200 FPS in that game. It's a high refresh rate monitor.
Who does?
You can
Dude, me, I
actually
swear.
use the Death Stranding walking simulator.
Me, I knew foliage was an issue in Star Wars. I was going to some planets. Ay. My CPU inaamka too. You can just see the graph spiking. But when I'm in like the ice, the snow, huko ndani, I'm just playing okay. So, I don't know what's the deal with foliage, man. But I guess it's because there's so many leaves. There's so many like geometry. Ati photosynthesis.
Is that a setting in video games nowadays? It would be
No,
nice.
that's Nvidia's next tech, PTX.
Next tech.
But I think that the Unreal Engine tech, the one for loading in geometry that is absurd, and then like when you're far away, it can do. I think that can help. That's a really good one.
GTs. Is that the name? No, sorry.
No, not Lumen. Lumen is the lighting system. Nanite. I think you're talking about Nanite. Nanite is the geometry one.
But there with the Unreal Engine 5, we will even need ray tracing anymore.
That's a good question.
I mean, it depends with the designer of the game. Again, it depends with the people, the talent behind.
Did you see that Matrix demo? Did you see that?
I think Nvidia has the right approach because it's actually quite simple to implement DLSS and ray tracing with their cards. I think they know that devs will not do it if it's something tasking. But ray tracing is actually a big part of the, what do you call it, Unreal Engine 5. It supports it very, very well. So it will be. I guess we'll see it more and more as we go into this generation of video games. Oh, sorry, boxes.
And then just imagining all the video games in Unreal Engine 5 would be.
Oh, the what?
Like all the remakes.
Yeah, man.
All the games, in Unreal Engine 5.
But what's your opinion on remakes?
The standard for
shouldn't be
remix
full
is
price.
the standard for remix. You know, there's a difference between a remake and a remaster. Remaster is the old game just trying to
Oh, yeah,
make it
I meant
better.
remaster. Sorry, yes, I meant remaster.
Me,
Yeah,
I
but the
prefer
last-
remakes over remaster.
Oh, which
Yes,
game currently did we get a remake of?
Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3,
Resident
and the upcoming Resident
Oh
Evil
yeah,
4.
even the Final Fantasy 7.
Very good
And
remix.
also,
Yeah,
yes,
those
The
are
Last
pretty
of
quite
Us. The Last of Us, they remade it. Okay, they're reusing a lot of like animations and whatnot. They're just improving the models and a bit of the gameplay. I'm not sure that counts as a
I
remake.
even
Really.
think
I think that's a
Heralded was
remaster.
good
A remake
yeah.
like is from the ground up. Say like
Yeah,
it's
but
not.
they're
It's kind
charging
of the
full
same
price
game.
for it though.
The Mafia series did good remakes.
I think Resident Evil is
series?
the best
The
in
Mafia,
terms of remix.
Mafia. You remember Mafia 1, Mafia 2? The first
Oh
game was
Mafia.
yeah,
PS1.
Mafia.
The
Yeah, Mafia
definitive
did
Yeah,
good.
edition, the one the one they released, the definitive edition was a remake.
yeah. Because if you looked at the original game, man, that thing was boxy as fuck. It had two polygons, just the head and the abdomen and
I think
things running.
I remember the last Mafia I played was the one with Salma Khan or whatever. I think it was Mafia 3. I don't remember. I've not played the definitive one, but I'm sure it's.
Macaque.
I don't know if it's
No, no,
Salma Khan
no.
or. I remember that's
It's
for.
like a totally brand new game. Everything reworked but the original story stays. The art style kind of did.
But I saw the RTX in Resident Evil 2. It was looking. Though I did not see so much of a difference compared with the rasterization, with the one that uses rasterization. I feel like the game was designed.
The reflections on the guns, specular maps,
Let me
reflecting
see.
off.
RE2 RTX. Let me look at it and see.
RTX.
But Resident Evil 2 is such a good game, man. Dude, I had so much fun on that game. Even though it was the first days were a nightmare because of Mr. X constantly chasing you. Dude, that guy is annoying. I am not even kidding. He's the most annoying part of that game.
It good.
Milo, what's up, man? Raytracing, very nice, very nice. That guy is like a,
Is that
it's like,
Milo, my boy?
he's like an Apex. He's like a young guy from Sweden who plays Apex, man. He was on the tournament.
He plays the tournament.
He was on there before we booted him. Before we found out he's a Swedish man.
Really? That's why we booted them.
Yeah, no. So you have to be from East Africa. That was the rule.
Oh, but he could hook us up with some IKEA and Scanias
What?
and Volvos.
Milo, are you hearing this?
Yeah, Milo,
sorry,
hook your boy up.
Martin Rosso as well. I can see you on Twitch. These are the guys on Twitch.
Hello, Martini.
Let me look at.
Rossi.
I mean,
How
the
did you
Resident
find out he
Evil.
was from Sweden? What gave it away?
See, he told us.
Oh, damn it! He snitched on himself.
Either we would have known because when we gave him money, we would have known he's not Kenyan. So there was no point.
Would have known. Okay.
But then this Resident Evil, I'm looking at the RTX gameplay, I don't see so much of a difference. I feel like this is a game that would have benefited by from there.
Check out the last Metro game. What was it called?
That's why I'm saying.
Oh,
maybe
Metro.
For more atmospheric games like horror games where like the global illumination, not even the reflections, the global illumination. So you can have a light.
Was it Metro
in a
Exodus?
certain.
Yeah, Exodus.
I think they illustrated that best. I think.
Yeah, dude.
Oh, with the shadows.
There's
The
a-
shadows looked very.
Yeah, man.
Oh, but then that
Just
one
how
was.
the gameplay I saw
light
that
is
game,
bouncing.
Looked amazing.
Let's
Looked
see.
amazing, man.
I'm looking at it right now. But it was only shadows. They had implemented shadows. Okay, was there anything else?
No. it
I
was
feel
more
like-
than that.
But I feel like what can help RTX is global illumination. You know, reflections are one thing, but global illumination is more like the bounce light. You know, like when you get to a forest, there's that hue of green and brown that you can. I don't know if you can feel it or you can see it, but when you're rendering something in 3D, the minute you check on global illumination, man, dude, like the
Yes.
colors look so nice. Like colors are mixing well. Like if it's a red ball, you can actually see like the red spilling in the room properly. I feel like if they implemented that kind of if they implemented like RTX Evo, it could be like crazy, man. I'm sure some scenes in those games could be way better.
You guys know about marbles? It's marbles. Nvidia always has these kind of
Oh,
presentations.
that
Yeah,
like presentation I know what you're talking about.
if you get to try it out, man, it's an awesome experience. You can actually see the future of ray tracing right there for a glimpse of a moment. Now the future is so bright, your eyes are burning.
But is real world that reflective?
Yeah, if you consider a
No.
room full of marbles and you can control
Or
time.
if you consider, I like that. If you consider a room of marbles, yes, then
Yeah,
there's
Though generally, okay, looking at even my keyboard, okay, most things are reflective. It's just that the reflection varies in terms of roughness.
oh, it's diffused. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
diffused
Yes.
the light and
it's
so
the
on.
Yeah,
roughness.
that's yeah,
all
when I do my
specular
work. Yeah, yeah.
reflections, people.
Yeah, when I'm
Okay.
rendering stuff, the whole
Specular
diffuse reflections and whatnot, that's very important. It can make the difference between having something look realistic and look fake.
Yeah,
I
like
can show you two
the
images, both are renders, but one looks more realistic than the other just because of those subtle diffuse reflections.
But I don't know what you people are talking about. You always play
Afu
these video games at
unajua
the lowest
We always play
settings
these video games
possible.
on.
At the lowest settings possible.
Yes, that's why we are
Every
saying RTX doesn't make sense
Yeah.
for something like a first-person shooter.
No, I play all
Because
my video games on low settings.
See what Raytracing could do in a title like that.
exactly, yeah.
Yeah, just the normal reflections you get from the mirrors are not enough. Real life reflections would be better in Euro Track. Yeah, and I have mods for my mirrors, but they're not as good.
Yeah. Bloody actor here.
No, me sorry, I had disconnected for a bit there, but I'm back.
Oh.
Don't know what was up. Wait, you're talking about what reflection? I'm hearing you guys talking about Eurotrack.
Yeah, we are. No, Case just commented like how much better simulation games would be with RTX.
Yeah, or like
Eurotrack with it.
Microsoft Flight Sim.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean
yeah.
when you say simulation games? Because I'm sure it depends. Like, what if you're playing a game that simulates a relationship? See, that wouldn't be so much better with RTX.
A relationship simulator. Bloody, it's time to go outside, man.
What the hell is that?
No, I'm
Think it's
saying
really nice.
I'm saying something like GTA, right? Where you want the AI to be as realistic as possible in terms of response.
And dude can even run GTA well with rasterization right now.
Who can't?
Oh no, that game is so heavy.
What?
Yeah, it is okay. You know, you haven't maxed out the game until you push all the sliders to the right.
Nope, not doing that. Looks fine as is, but yeah.
Doesn't become unplayable. I don't think I have.
Yeah,
I don't think
and
I have.
and then the mods, the retracing mods, 5K 3090, the badges clickbait on YouTube.
Oh, that's
you know,
are those videos real? They're not real.
Yeah, retracing. Some of them have retracing stuff. There's a whole modding community which has implemented that thing.
In GTA.
Yeah,
Holy, the community does not want that game to die.
it'll never die.
It will never die.
Oh, holy shit, but I can see this Metro Exodus implementation is holy crap. Looks
Yeah. See,
god damn.
Oh, the definitive edition. No, definitive, the enhanced edition.
I saw what do you call it? I think there's a place in a swamp, and I could swear if you were to take a photo of that and show it to someone, you'll think it's a real photo. There's actually a time, I think it's Drive Club, Toyota. I think it was Toyota somewhere in the US. They saw a picture someone posted on their social media.
Yeah.
And they went ahead and blabbed out how the guy did such a good thing by buying a Toyota Supra. But the car was not real. The game, it was just a video game. I mean, to most
I
people,
bet it was Forza, man.
to most people, yeah, man. Dude,
Forza.
have you seen the? Speaking of Forza, have you seen the new trailer for the Motorsport?
Oh, it has ray tracing too.
Yeah, it does, man.
Forza
I love the
Motorsport.
ray tracing.
Yeah.
Let me check.
Hesh's favorite video game.
Yeah, man. I saw it and just immediately thought of how Heishi is going to make us download or buy it and never play it.
Which game? Sorry.
Forza Motorsport.
No, Forza Motorsports.
But I saw the gameplay. I was like, I'm not sure. They have to release
What
a
do you mean you're
demo
not
for
sure?
me.
I mean, it's just going around a track.
I know, but if the gameplay isn't enjoyable,
But
right
the
now the
multiple
benchmark.
tracks.
No, yeah, I know, but like currently Forza Motorsport 7, it doesn't compare to something like Gran Turismo. I'm hoping for a Gran Turismo for the PC.
But Gran Turismo, you do know Gran Turismo is not really sim.
I know
It's
it's not fully sim, but yeah, it's
damn
a
close.
good balance.
Oh, dude, it came out so many cars though. Holy shit.
You want a balanced gameplay of sim and arcade.
I guess so,
Like
because if you want
Forza.
true sim, there's options like what?
Forza
Is
Horizon.
Assetto Corsa is a true sim.
Corsa, iRacing.
iRacing specifically, yeah.
Yeah, man.
I know a
I
guy
need
who
to
plays
find people to
Assetto
play with.
Corsa. Plays it a lot actually.
Game
But
has
I-
so many nice mods. If have a
You know
wheel-
what? You know what? The guy saw Frankenstein's setup. Hey, dude, the guy was so angry at his wheel. Like, what is that? That is not a wheel.
Yeah, that man.
That is not a wheel. He told me
What do you mean
apparently
it's not
a good wheel should have feedback. Like
What's
if you
feedback?
hit a rock,
Yeah.
it should do that. It should try and
Maybe like
behave like a real steering wheel would.
Which wheel did Frankenstein have?
A Ferrari one.
Oh.
I don't know which. I don't know. It was P something. I don't remember. I did not list it on the spec sheet.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, it was nice though. But the guy's into Assetto Corsa, so that's why I guess he was criticizing the wheel. He's really into that game. I can hear him talk about it. I can hear this guy knows what he's saying. This, I don't know, tweaking the car here and there, whatever. I think that's where I discovered that game is really simulator style. I don't know. I haven't tried Forza Motor. Wait, isn't Forza Motorsport free?
No.
No.
It's not free.
No, you gotta
The-
spend the money, bro.
Wait, which one did I see is free? I swear there is a Forza that is free.
I think he was dreaming.
No, I was not dreaming. I kid you not, there is a Forza.
It was there was a certain motorsport.
Yeah, there was a
There's a
specific.
motorsports game for Forza which is free.
Yes.
I even
Yes.
have it somewhere.
Yes.
Okay. I actually did not know that. I did not know that. Wait, did you guys see the what trailer? Starfield trailer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yo,
What do you
the guy I'm talking about is on the fucking Twitch. What's up, man? Don't worry, we're kusengenya hapa kiasi. The wheel
No,
guy.
Brian literally said that you are full of shit, man. It's actually coming out. Looks
Tricky.
gross.
Wait, I saw. Wait.
Nani anaenjoy horror games hapa? Nani anaenjoy horror games kabisa?
I think Bloody
I
enjoys
mean-
it.
To me, I want lazima nitacheza. It looks so fucking creepy, man.
Iko na VR. See it make it even more immersive.
Ingekuwa na VR ingekuwa crazy.
No, but they want a VR headset. Sindio?
Wait,
yeah.
Slutty, you were saying something about Starfield.
No, I was asking what you guys thought about it.
Might have to watch it.
No Man's Sky with RTX.
No Man's Sky with that. Yeah. Okay.
Wait,
Just to make
Starfield
the
is like
videos.
No Man's Sky?
No, ni Fallout in space. It
Ni
will remind you of the
Skyrim
Outer
with
Worlds.
guns. Ni Skyrim with guns.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little.
It was part of the what? The Xbox thing.
Nasikia njaa na nafaa kwenda kula. Nikule nini for supper?
It's some booty.
Hey, mimi kwa nikula mkate mazee.
Mi leo mkate hapo.
Walai?
Kula mkate mazee.
Yeah, mi sijisikii
Na
kupika.
mtacheza nini? Mtacheza Pamel Party leo?
Mimi I'm down.
Unajua baada-
Hapa tunaweza enda. Si nuts yuko.
Si acha niende food alafu dingie.
Alright.
And then Fall Guys ni when?
free. Haijakuwa free bado. I actually looked up on it.
3
27.
days. See 21st, say
The first time was 7.
21st. It's only in 3 days, yeah.
Oh, by the way, we are going to get Overwatch October.
Overwatch
Yep.
2.
Yeah, mazee. Lazima.
Ni free.
Yeah, mazee tukiwa full tunaweza grind. Maybe tunaweza fika ni wapi nilishinda I never got to platinum. I got
Mimi
to platinum once.
nitawabeba
we?
yani.
If we got it all of us.
So you know tuko live bado nini?
4, 5.
Kwa hapa.
Yeah, we know.
Okay.
What?
Kwa hapa mna.
It's not a classroom. We can just, like banter.
Yeah.
But we need to have live tracing. Live tracing. Raytracing.
What?
Nini?
Overwatch 2. Does it have ray tracing?
I doubt.
Why would it have?
Oh,
Is that even
I'm
important?
asking. Yeah, what are you talking about? Ray tracing is the most important thing for a video game to have nowadays.
I think I just think that a good surprise would be the next GTA with the new ray tracing.
With no ray tracing.
With new ray tracing.
Oh yeah, man. They
And then
usually Mhm.
the upcoming games, The Witcher 4.
Oh yeah, actually there's a Witcher 4.
Wait, is
And
the
then
one
this-
being made on Unreal?
Yeah, it's
Not
being
the
made on Unreal.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Finally, they
Yeah.
are using an engine that can work.
Witcher 4, yeah. Don't worry, there will still be drop damage anyway.
Dude, have you seen? Wait, who has played The Witcher 3 here?
Me.
I played it, kinda.
Okay,
Not the whole thing.
kinda. I played the
Only
the whole
played
thing,
the-
DLCs and whatnot.
I only played the intro. I never.
You've only played the intro.
Yeah,
You
I
killed the
know.
Griffin.
I only got. Yeah, I think that was the last mission, and then I was out.
Ah man, you missed out.
I'm not.
much
I'm
bullshit.
I'm not into those kinds of games, man. To be honest,
Oh man.
I prefer more. I prefer it's either horror or like some. I don't know. Because I want to play Resident Evil 4. That's the one I want to play. The remake. When that one comes out, I'll play it. I love Resident Evil. It's such a good franchise. And to think the first one that I played properly is 7. Because the older ones, I don't remember them clearly. So Resident Evil 7 gave me nightmares. I remember Jack, the bastard, the guy who was chasing you. I remember him being so terrifying, chasing you around that house, man. But yeah, good sets of games. Anyway, after we've come to the end of the show, it's almost 6. It's almost 6. But me, I don't know. Again, I don't feel like I will say this, if you plan to play 1080p and you don't have so much money, if you can buy a 1080 or a 1070, you'll be fine.
Those are very realistic expectations, man. And nakushukuru kusema hivyo ukweli.
Yeah, it's the truth. It's really the truth, man. Don't be swayed by RTX this, RTX that. You're just
So much
yeah.
with current gen hardware. Hata hey.
Yeah,
Not
it
even
also
imagine.
depends with the types of games. Maybe you just want to play Valorant or Apex. You don't need an RTX for that. You just need a card that can hit the game above 60. So
frames.
yep.
Frames in games.
Yep. I think a 1080 is still a good card. As in,
Yeah,
if you're not
and-
RTXing.
Speaking of 1080s, I have one for sale. If you're listening, yeah, if you need a 1080, I can hook you up for
Yeah,
glorious
hook your boy.
1080p gaming.
Alright,
With no RTX,
me those are
man.
my me those are my nini thoughts. Oh, I would also like to add power consumption is something you need to consider because the RTX cards are very power hungry. So
The more power you consume, the better for the environment.
Yeah, guys, you know something that you haven't done today. You haven't talked about AMD's cards.
I mean,
AMD cards, they ray trace. They actually do.
Yeah, they do retrace, man.
They do, but
Yes.
again, it's okay. If you're looking at AMD for ray tracing, the reality is their technology is still. Other than what's their version of DLSS, the one that is open source?
FSSR, FSSR.
Yeah, whatever. Fidelity FX. Fidelity FX is the only good thing from AMD at the moment, unfortunately. Intel is planning to release graphics cards. I'm not sure how well they'll perform in terms of ray tracing. So
Intel have been
3079.
teasing those fucking things for the longest time.
Yeah, man, dude, feels like they've been coming out forever. Are they okay?
And
Why
now,
are they
and
taking
now
so much
the
time?
and
What
now
are they
the
doing in that
prices are
closet?
even fixed. The prices are
The,
fixed. Watakuja
the price.
wataingia wapi? Yeah.
Oh yeah, they thought they would be the savior.
Oh my God.
No, no one
yeah,
needs saving.
I remember there was actually a time I was hoping for an Intel GPU, man.
I remember I had this conversation with you.
Yep, I'll believe it. Not even, no reviewer has even ever set eyes on them, like, let alone test them. Like, those things don't exist.
No, but then, guys, they'll perform like a 3070. So if they get in a good price, around
Oh yeah,
$350,
that's
Yeah,
a fair point.
competition is good,
300
yeah.
$350 with good rasterization. Who needs retracing anyway?
yep.
Yeah, man,
Just
retracing is overrated.
just for like bragging rights. My card can't retrace. Can yours do that? You
No,
know,
it can't. So I'm better.
re- recently I was trying to sell a card, and then the customer, which is the dad of the guy who was building the PC for, comes like, "What's the difference between a 1080 and a 3070?"
You're like, good question. Umenishika. You got me.
What's the difference? What's the difference between the?
One has
Hello?
a
37.
feature that you'll hardly ever use.
Yeah, I think that is how you should have answered him. But yeah, man, me, those are my thoughts. Does anyone have anything else to contribute?
Me, I have nothing.
Is
Nothing.
it
Nothing
overrated?
but
Is it
prayer.
overhyped? Yeah, in this day and age, yes, it is. To be honest, it's not something you need. It doesn't make that much of a difference. I mean, I've played Control without RTX. I'm pretty sure for me it was more of the story and the physics in the game that were like I was having so much fun blowing up things with my powers. I think for me that was the fun aspect of the game. To be honest, I'm not trying the RTX version because I do not have an RTX card. So, but I'm sure I'm not missing out so much on anything.
You are.
Since
You are missing out.
I've seen
Missing out.
gameplays online and I'm not missing
No,
out.
bro. You've seen it.
Do
You
not be
haven't
lied
experienced
to.
it.
Do not be lied to.
No, what?
Do not be
Bran is
lied
telling
to.
you to stay poor, boys. Don't stay poor.
No, do not be lied
That's the
to.
message I'm getting.
They do not be lied to by these fucking fancy terminologies. Okay? It is high time. Kwanza, Nvidia need to be regulated by the government. Hii mambo ya kutuletea graphics cards they need an extra wall outlet. It's high time these guys need to innovate on something. Because this power consumption is going up. And energy prices are fucked up right now in the world. So, yeah. I think this is where
Islam's taking all my
we step in. This is where governments step in and force innovation amongst these companies.
Go AMD. Go AMD if you want power efficiency.
Yeah, or go AMD. I'm not so sure about that, but yeah. Anyway,
Yes.
yeah. We come to the end of the show, man. If you enjoyed it, you know what to do. For the people who are hanging out, Martin Ross, Nyangao, Milo, and Kaiser on YouTube. Thanks for
Nyang'au, Kaiser.
checking us out. So yeah, man. Also make sure to watch my videos all over on Bloody Actor if you in case you're interested in seeing what gaming PCs people are using.
Bloody,
Yeah.
you should do a setup 12, your own setup.
My setup has been on occasional videos. I've shot videos when it's behind me. I don't think it's that important to show mine. So mine will come when I get to a certain number of subscribers. So you go over and subscribe on the Bloody Actor channel. Get me to like what? How many subs do you think we should demand? 5,000. I think 5k subs. If I get 5k subs, the first video I'll do is my setup.
Okay, Sal.
But yeah, my setup is nothing special, man. I don't even know why people wanna see it. I don't know. Yeah, and in case you're wondering if I have a green screen, I don't. It's just that my wall is green. I was smart enough to paint it green. That is why it's easy for me to key it out. So I don't have like a green screen propped over and whatever. And as you can see, I'm just sitting on a basic ass chair. So, and my bed is in the background. So you guys have already seen my setup. So there's no need to see my setup. And yeah, man. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Peace out.